Hey everybody! So I wanted to share a quick little story with you guys, and it's quite funny. As you can tell, I'm out here in a really beautiful park today. Kind of give you a more elevated view of where I've been. Really, really great. Not a lot of people out here. It's great solitude. But I'm out here with my two girls, and we decided to just go on a little adventure and see where the trail brought us. And they were pretty satisfied, back that way where we started. And I just had this pull, I guess, to come up towards these trees. I just kept saying, "Come on, let's just make it up to the cottonwood trees. Like, I just want to see what's up there. I want to get a view. That's a good destination, it feels like." And my oldest daughter was totally on board. They were riding their bikes. I'm walking. And my youngest just, dug her heels in. She was like, "No, it's hot. I don't want to go. I'm going back." And she tried to turn around on us a few times. And I kept saying, "No, I'll find a comfortable spot for you. And, we'll go up to the cottonwoods and you can just wait for us." But you can't turn away, right? You got to stick together. So I pushed her bike from behind while I'm walking with her, and literally, I don't know, most of the journey she was crying, saying, "I want to go back, I just want to stay here." And I kept reassuring her, but on it. And then we found a spot to put her bike. I was like, let's just put it here, and you and I can walk together, and the oldest can keep biking. And she said okay. But even when I put her on my back, she was very unhappy. She just kept saying, "I'm thirsty, it's hot." And I'm like, I know, we're gonna go back, we'll get water soon, but let's just go check out those cottonwoods. So we went up to the cottonwoods, and right at the crest there, right at the top, I noticed this little horse crossing sign. I'm like, "Oh cool, look, Livy, there's horses that come up here." And we walked a little bit further, and lo and behold, there's this channel of water that's flowing between those cottonwoods, and it goes forever. I'm trying to see which angle you guys are at, but yeah, it just goes forever. And I thought, "Oh my gosh, you guys, look what we found!" And she kept crying. She still was upset. And I'm like, "Come on, I'll help you down in the water." And she was like engaging the whole time, even though she was not interested. And we put her in the water. We were already in the water, and it was so pleasurable. We're out here in the hot, intense sun, and all of a sudden we just get to immerse ourselves in this cool, serene setting of running water, and underneath our feet, it was just this beautiful, soft mud. And they started decorating my legs with this mud, and I was so mesmerized by it. I'm like, I feel like I'm in the spa right now. Like, this is the soft, voluptuous mud that they would rub all over you in this fine salon, the spa experience. And so they were like, "Yeah." And so they were rubbing my legs, and we'd rinse it off, and they're rubbing each other's legs, and we're just walking around barefoot, totally immersed in the mud and the water. And you know what it is. You gotta follow. This is what I'm pulling it back towards. You gotta follow your intuition, right? My intuition was to make it right up there to those trees. I have no idea why. I mean, there's so many places to go around here. I mean, we can just go and go and go. But for whatever reason, those cottonwoods were calling me, and I could have given up. I could have listened to her complaints, and I could have felt like it was way too hard. She's moaning, and yeah, I guess we should just go back. But what I told them when we were up there in the creek? I'm like, whenever there's pain, whenever you have pain in your journey and you stick it out, in the end, there's always something glorious that you're going to be rewarded by. And we were rewarded by just this beautiful setting up there. I'm like, how many people in this whole vast state park know that there's this beautiful setting up there, cooling and voluptuous mud that you can play in? Like, only a handful of people that are willing to go through the struggle to get there are going to be rewarded by it. And, this is what your life is like, right? You have an intuition and you start following it, but there's things that get in your way. There's obstacles. There's people chatting at you saying, it's too hard, or why are you doing it? No one else is doing it. Why are you doing it? And you just know, like, you need to follow that tug, because something beautiful is probably awaiting for you, So not only were we rewarded by this beautiful setting, and we got cooled off and got to play, but I got a mud massage out of it even. So it was duly rewarded by, just going through that journey of trudging up through this trail to get there, through the heat, through the whining, the complaining, and putting her on my back, and it was hot and she was heavy, and in the end it was totally worth it. They were happy, they're joyful, they're dancing around, and they wanted to keep doing more and more and more. So I just wanted to share this with you because it's so much. We can parallel this to so many other things that happen in our lives, and this is one of the things that I so much believe in, that you got to follow that gut, and it's going to be uncomfortable, but in the end you're going to be so rewarded, and you're going to be so thankful that you did, and you're going to know that by going that journey that you receive something that not many other people have the glory of receiving. So share, I'd love to hear your stories. Write it out in a beautiful way. Teach us. Share your stories, because there's going to be tidbits and lessons in there that other people can take and apply to their own lives. So, all right, I love you guys, and we'll see you soon. Mwah.